Get ready to make your spectator the star of the show. Self-working, any shuffled deck, no difficult moves, and a super clever reveal. So grab a deck, hit subscribe for more confidence building tutorials, and let's jump in to the magic. Okay, so as ever, let's just kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself, and we're going to start with a shuffled deck. So just hand the cards to a spectator. They can shuffle those as much as they like. The cards really are mixed. Now we want the spectator to make a totally random selection. So you're just going to ask them to think of a number between, say, 10 and 20. But it's a totally free choice. They can think of any number. Ask them not to name that number, but just to think of it. Let's say in this instance, they're thinking of the number 15. You're now going to turn away from the cards so that you can't see anything. And you're going to ask the spectator to take the deck and to count down to the card at the position corresponding to their number, and to remember that as their selection. So in this instance, the 15th card. So without changing the order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the spectator is just going to remember this card here. So in this case, we can see the ace of clubs. And once they've remembered that, ask them just to place the pack back on top of the deck. At this point, you can now turn back around towards the cards. You can emphasize to the spectator, there's absolutely no way that you can know their selected number, their selected card, or the position of that card. However, you can also explain that without even looking, you believe you can quickly find their card and move it to a new position in the deck. So you're now just going to take the deck and place it behind your back. And whilst it's there, you're quickly going to find one single card and move it to a new position. And once that's done, you can bring the cards back out to the front. The spectator's probably going to be quite skeptical at this point. So now you're going to prove that you really have found their card and moved it to a new position. You're going to take the deck and now count down to the spectator's card. For the first time, ask the spectator to name their chosen number. Obviously, in this instance, it was the number 15. So you're now going to deal down to the 15th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the 15th card here should obviously be the spectator's selected card. You can ask them to confirm whether that is their card, and obviously they're going to say that it isn't. But you can explain that that's because you have indeed found their card and moved it to an entirely new position in the deck. However, you can also explain that you can never remember exactly where you've moved the card to. So now it's lost somewhere in the deck. And so in order to find it, we're going to need the help of another spectator. Now the card's already lost, so just giving the deck another shuffle isn't going to do any harm. Indeed, it might even help. You're now going to ask a second spectator to choose a number, but you want their number to be different from the first spectator's number. So say this time a smaller number between 3 and 8, but it really is a totally free choice. And once they're thinking of a number, you can just give the cards another mix. And once they've got a number, you can just ask them to name that number. Let's say in this instance, they name the number 5. You're now going to deal that many cards to the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to place the rest of the deck to the side. You're now going to take these cards and just deal them into a single row on the table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reminding the spectator that they had a totally free choice of number, you're now going to use their number in order to eliminate cards until just one remains. So in this instance, we're going to count along 5 cards, the chosen number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on each count, we're going to eliminate the final counted card. So once again, counting to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And eliminating the final card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time eliminating this card. And for the final count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eliminating this card here, which leaves just one single card on the table. For the very first time, you can now ask the spectator to name their selected card. Of course, in this instance, it was the ace of clubs. And now you can reveal that it has indeed been found, because this card right here just happens to be the ace of clubs. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect. Now, you really do start with a shuffled deck. The spectator can shuffle the cards as much as they like. It all adds to the impact. You'll now ask the first spectator to think of a number between 10 and 20. It's a totally free choice. Let's say in this instance they think of the number 12. As you look away, you're going to ask the spectator to take the deck and to count down to the card at a position corresponding to their number. So in this instance, the 12th card. 1, 2, 3, 11, 12. Ask them to remember this card as their selected card. So here we can see the Jack of Diamonds. And once they've done that, just to place this pack back on top of the deck. You're now going to turn back around and take the cards. Explaining that you're quickly going to find the selected card behind your back and move it to a new position, here's what you secretly do. With the deck behind your back, you're simply going to take the top card and move it to the bottom of the deck. If you like, you can give the cards a quick riffle for effect and then bring the deck back out to the front. To prove that you really have moved the card, ask the spectator to name their selected number. Obviously, in this case, the number 12. So you're now going to take the deck and deal down to the card at that number. In this case, the 12th card. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12. You can then turn this card over, revealing it not to be the spectator's card. Take the tabled cards here, place them on top of the deck, and then take the face-up card and place this anywhere back into the deck. Unknown to the spectator, you've now secretly moved their card so that it's the top card of the deck. You're now going to move the selected card so that it becomes the second from top card. In a demonstration, I did this with a couple of simple overhand shuffles, and here's how that works quickly. So from the side here for the first shuffle, just lightly gripping the top and the bottom cards as you pull the rest of the cards away, the top card falls on top of the bottom card, and then you just continue to shuffle the rest of the cards on top. With the selected card second from bottom, you're now going to perform another overhand shuffle. So just shuffling off cards normally like so until you get to the last few cards, which you'll shuffle off individually, including the selected card, which is now second from top. Now you can also perform any other shuffles or cuts of your choice. You just need to make sure the selected card stays in position. You're now going to ask the second spectator to choose any number between 3 and 8. Again, it's a totally free choice. Now, depending on the number they choose, here's what you do. If they choose the number 5 or 7, you're going to deal that many cards into a pile on the table. So let's say they choose the number 5. You'll deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. You'll then take these 5 cards and you'll deal these into a single row. And you'll repeat exactly the same if they choose the number 7. If they choose any other number though, rather than dealing the cards into a pile first, you'll just deal them straight into a single row. So let's say they choose the number 4, you're just going to deal 4 cards in a row. Either way, with the cards in a row, you're now going to use the chosen number to eliminate cards. So starting from your left, you're going to count to the chosen number. In this instance, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to eliminate the final counted card, this card just here. And you're going to repeat this for the remaining cards, again counting to the chosen number, starting from your left, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again eliminating the final card. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as long as you follow those simple steps, the last remaining card on the table will always be the spectator's selected card. In this instance, the Jack of Diamonds. And there you have it. Remember, the real magic isn't the trick, it's the mindset you're building along the way. So approach every challenge with the same belief and watch just how much you can achieve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.